Greetings, traveler. You read that right. And let me reassure you, this isn't clickbait. I have reasons to believe that spears in Skyblivion are a real possibility. We'll lay out the arguments, walk through real examples, and honestly weigh whether Skyblivion has a chance to unlock spears for us. Enjoy watching. Let's start with the basics. In Morrowind, there was a separate branch. Essentially, two-handed polearms, not only spears, but also halberds. Their key strength was reach, which kept most enemies from getting to you. I'll be honest, I didn't know this at first, because my journey began not with Morrowind, but with Oblivion. There were no spears there, and in vanilla Skyrim spears weren't given to the player either. So when I later looked into Morrowind and discovered spears, I was genuinely surprised. And it clicked for me why, for Skyblivion, this doesn't sound like fantasy, but a very realistic scenario. Speaking of Oblivion, yes, spears weren't there, but in Skyrim we already saw NPCs like Reeklings, who essentially used two-handed polearms. For the player, their spear is just ammo. Meanwhile, Reeklings actually fight with those spears in melee and even throw them from range. Here's the key point. Reeklings clearly have a full polearm combat behavior you can watch in action. I honestly think that behavior could, in theory, be mapped to the player. From the Creation Club we learned about goblins, specifically the goblin named Gog. In his hands isn't a staff, but a true spear, the Spear of Bitter Mercy, complete with Daedric motifs. This goblin also has full spear combat. That's fascinating. Once again, we see the engine handle two-handed polearms just fine. After all that, I also saw concept art of an Imperial Guard standing post with something like a halberd. I'm not saying this proves it will happen, but why dismiss it outright? The mechanics exist in Skyrim. Reeklings have them, and so does that goblin. It's logical to assume they could be opened up to other characters. I do think this is worth attention as a theory. In terms of canon, yes. In Oblivion, the player didn't have spears, and the Skyblivion team is clear that their goal is to recreate the Oblivion we remember. That might mean we won't see spears. At the same time, the developers are adding plenty of new and refreshed content. And it's 2025 already. For its time, Oblivion was and is fantastic. I love it. But I don't think we should be afraid of adding something new. It won't break the game. On the contrary, it'll make it more varied. Adding two-handed polearms to Skyblivion would effectively be a new playstyle, a fresh combat feel, something we've been missing in the later entries, and I don't believe it would hurt Skyblivion. So given everything above, I have reasons to make this assumption. Maybe we will see it. To be clear, this isn't a leak, I haven't seen any. It's my theory based on what the devs have shown, what we already have in Skyrim, and what existed in Morrowind. And with all that in mind, I'm thinking, why not? I'm sure many of you would find it exciting. It's genuinely something new, and something we haven't really had in the recent entries. And honestly, I'll allow one more guess. The fact that Reeklings as NPCs fight with two-handed polearms, and the Creation Club Goblin also wields a real spear, could be a little hint from Bethesda that in the Elder Scrolls 6 we might finally see spears for the player. That theory has a right to exist, and the evidence to back it up. Alright, traveler, let's wrap it up here. Your turn now. Would you want spears in Skyblivion for the player? If yes, which ones? Classic spears, halberds, or something more niche? And how would you balance them so combat doesn't break? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm genuinely curious and might build a separate video from them. Thanks for watching. If this was useful, please support the video with a like and subscribe. See you in the next video.